This joke since I left for freaking bad air. Kyle. You knew I was coming. I hate that fucking move in particular. I'm just not gonna make it to phase 2 with more than 2 Estus, am I? Hate you so much. Why do I even use this? Why do I even use this? Fuck off! And it comes out faster. Fuck. Hate you. You, motherfucker! Jesus, man. It's like controlling a sock puppet via fucking Wi-Fi. all 5. All right there, little Romeo. There's no way. There's no fucking way he should be able to hit through that, bro. I swear. Fuck off. Yeah, sure, game. That hit. Both of those. Get up. Swear to God. I swear to fucking God. I swear to fucking God. About to say, if that didn't connect. If that didn't connect. Okay, here we go. Nope. Always been one. Call me uncle? no fucking way that should connect! I swear to God! No way, no way, no sir. That totally hit. I just love how fast. I just love how fast he fucking gets out of that. I swear to God, bruh. I swear. Oh my God, I swear. I have not had more problems with anything in this game than controlling this fucker right here. I swear to God, between this and the goddamn fight against Folkwo and the goddamn piss-ass fight against the Black Brotherhood, it's like it's controlling a tank. It really is. And it fucking sucks because he does not have the constitution of a fucking tank. Like, goddamn, you get staggered by a breeze, man. Jesus fuck. What did I do about it? Oh well. Fuck! Forgot about that. Okay, game. How many strong attacks I did this man with? At least 3. Yeah, I know. I had to try them demos out though. See what looked good. Half of them didn't even work though, so let's see how much of a waste of time that was. Fuck off! That is why do you speak blasphemy? Why do you speak blasphemy so? There's no such thing as a better Souls game than Elden Ring. No such thing. It's been okay. I was wanting to get the other one. Fuck. You sure do like to run a lot. Look at that little fuck ass sliver of health. The last one was called The Last Faith. It's like a little Metroidvania type game. It looks good. It did not feel good to play at all. Now, I'm not even talking about the boss fight. The boss fight was probably the most responsive part of it. A little late. How about another one? I know it only fucking takes 2 to hit him. Fuck off, game. Fuck. Fuck me. Was he ever gonna stop? Fuck. Bathroom.
Back on legs in a Beamer 840. It's foggy. I went to the crib, called her, but she lost me. My baby mama beat me 7 o'clock. It's gonna cost me, but I still want to cut her though. Maybe she had to work. Caught her in the mall wearing a real tight skirt. Fine as what? Sexy girl up. Who said it was a parking lot spot? Sick your duck.
What the fuck back here? Give me all that. I feel like I've hit him with 3 already. Romeo! I'm gonna crack this little tin can open and I'm stick my foot up your ass.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
Fuck off! Fuck. Now you better run. I dodged that. I was paying attention to that. Fuck off! Will you please connect something? God damn! Fuck! Why do I keep jumping on that? I hate that fucking move with all my heart. With all my heart. How the fuck's my shit down so? God damn! It's like this motherfucker has to put the grinder back in the drawer before he can do anything else. I hate this character. I fucking hate this character. I hate this fucking character. Yeah, sorry I kept you waiting. First time I've run out of stamina. Thanks, Sage Lights. What the fuck? No kill. Get with the fucking program! Can't block that. Fucking hell, man. You are giving me a heart attack. Do it. You know you want to do it. I'm not playing this game with you. Just keep coming. Fuck. Yeah, this shit had... like, I was looking at that because he's done that before, and it's like I've been able to dodge it. So I was looking at that, it's like, why the fuck did that have so much goddamn, like, area of effect to it? I don't know how the fuck that hit. With him specifically, look, I can make it to his fight with five. I keep calling them SS Flasks because that's what they are. Trying to think. Hardest thing, like the hardest thing with his fight, honestly. Like, I think I can anticipate everything else except for that fucking hook. And he didn't. Granted, he didn't. I don't think he hit me with that one this last round. I just wasn't ready for the freaking waterfowl dance. I'm just getting sick of doing this fucking every time, bro. I swear. Oh, this is just a distraction. That was it. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. I swear. I swear. You do that every time. No. Fuck off, fuck off. Piece of shit. He only ever hits me with it during a combo. Nigga! See, it's the shit that make me go back to the Viagra sword, bro. I swear. How the fuck did you miss that? Stationary? Why do I keep winding that up? Thank you, Romeo. No, come the fuck on!
Because he was in his transition phase, he couldn't be fucking stunned out of that. He couldn't be staggered. Really? 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 Really?
God. Get that time. Oh, it takes forever. Oh, god damn. Take forever. Won't take forever. And he still whiffs. I can't believe you missed that. I can't fucking believe I. How you end up giving this motherfucker a taper fade? How? Bruh, fuck this. I'm not doing that again. I'm not doing that again. I refuse. I don't ever really have a problem with the stamina management because I'm pretty much all I'm doing is like standing up in their face and blocking, which is why it always catches me off guard when something does happen. Like if I do end up losing my stamina, like I'll hear the sound and it will legitimately catch me off guard. This is new. Fuck! Faster! Faster! I've never been hit. I've never perfectly blocked one of those where I wasn't pushed out of the way of the fucking follow-up. Don't you wonder about me, Romeo. That's not even gonna get him down to half. Ah! Almost and is. And considering that Elden Ring was perfect, this game falls short. And honestly, no, I'm not even going to say that. As far as even Souls-likes go, this shit is kind of fucking sluggish. Like I am not going to lie to you. I fucking hate controlling Pinocchio. I really do. Like, the fact that this man is as slow and sluggish as he is and still gets fucking staggered by anything fucking bugs the hell out of me. And there's nothing you can do to change that. gonna have to explain to me why that didn't proc. You gonna have to explain to me why that didn't proc. Capping on what? Capping on what? Would not a single thing I just said a lie. Wasn't a single lie spoken. I'm not talking about moving faster, I'm talking about moving more fluid. I don't care about his speed. I'm a tank character. Like, I am a tank character. I'm fine with how slow he is. I'm angered at how slow he reacts. Like, the shit in between, like, inputs, like, that's what makes him so slow. Like, when I'm sitting there grinding a weapon and it feels like there is an entire minute between me grinding the weapon and him being able to block something, aggravates the hell out of me. And it aggravates me even more considering that if he gets hit by something, he's going to flinch. He is going to flinch. Like, there's no way that you can, like, stop that. There's no way that you can stop him staggering backwards. You can't, like, build up his defense or build up his poise and make him not flinch, which makes it fucking irritating to use big weapons like this, because he has a bunch of, like, a lot of open time, a lot of time where he can be hit, and absolutely no defense. So it makes it aggravating to do shit like grinding. It makes it aggravating to do shit like healing. In games like this, I mean, sure, they're supposed to be slow and sluggish, especially to start off with. Dark Souls was definitely in that mode. But there was a way for you to, like, build upon your character if you had a strong character and you needed to build the defense. Or a slow character and you needed to build up the defense. You can't do that with him. Anything that he can get hit by, starting from the beginning of the game, he is going to flinch from. It is beyond aggravating. And I'm sorry, fire it most certainly is not. This motherfucker is a tank. He is a tank. He does not move with any sort of urgency. He does not move with any sort of, like, direction. Like, Jesus Christ. And like I said, that's what games like this are supposed to be like. Except I can't even really say that, because that's how Dark Souls was. That's kind of how Elden Ring was, depending on your gameplay, your character. But that's not how Sekiro was. That's not how Bloodborne was. Each of those games had some sort of, like, urgency in the way that you could move, because they were different types of games. Those weren't games where you're supposed to be, like, just sitting back and trying to defend like you do here. Like, those are games where you had to be fast and frenetic. It's like, imagine playing Bloodborne with how sluggish you thought Elden Ring was, or how sluggish you thought Dark Souls was. Like, that shit is not tenable. And luckily, none of these boss fights are the Father Gascoigne or the Gehrman boss fight. But still, it's not like you have any other defense besides blocking. No, sir. I absolutely disagree with you on that. It feels absolutely nothing like Bloodborne. Hell, the attacking doesn't even feel as fluid as Bloodborne was. That was my fault. The game's fine. I'm not saying that the game is bad. I'm saying that it's not. And of course, a lot of Souls likes aren't going to be the Souls games. Like, I can't look at this and go, I can compare it to Bloodborne, but I can't expect it to hold up to Bloodborne standard. It's just that specific thing in particular is what's bugging the hell out of me. Like, it's not even bad in this fight because I am standing still most of the time. Like, I'm just waiting on the dude to attack me. It was absolutely fucking awful in the boss fight against the Black Rabbit Brotherhood. Like, I was ready to throw hands with P myself, because it's like do what the fuck I say. Don't not do anything else. Do what the hell I say. And it's just so aggravating that it felt like that. Like, it does not feel anywhere near as responsive as Bloodborne or Elden Ring even. Once again, not necessarily a bad thing. If you're playing a dexterity character, that might not necessarily be bad. But I'm not. Yeah, well, that's good for katana builds. And how long did it take you to unlock that? You didn't have that you didn't have the option of extra evades until you got that as a weapon. How long did it take you to even get that? So yeah, if that's unlocking your true potential as a dexterity build, then sure. But what are you supposed to do for the rest of the game? Ain't the worst kind of struggle, but it sure as fuck ain't fluid. Come on, man. Give me the benefit of the doubt. I've played almost every single Souls game there was. I know the benefit of having the patience with these types of games. Like, I'm literally doing it with the character that I have right now. It's like I said, like the issue with it is the disconnect. It's like you gotta, like, with stuff like this, you have to wonder how to compensate between the build that you have and the weaknesses that brings about. And this game, it doesn't do that specifically because, like, you don't build Pinocchio as a character. You don't build him as a build. Fuck. My bad. Kind of the same way, like, the way that I look at it is, you look at something like Dark Souls, where it's like you could either have a fast character specializing in dexterity, or you can have a slow character specializing in defense and, like, heavy weapons. That was specifically distinct from Bloodborne, where it was like you pretty much had to play fast and frenetic because that's what the gameplay allowed. So with Bloodborne, it allowed for that by just having you have a fast and frenetic character. Whereas with this, it's like, if you want to play somebody who specializes in slow weapons, still gonna be getting, like, hit like a doggone mayfly. Yeah, I know about Endure, I know about all of that. Like, yeah, sure. If I were to implement that into my playstyle, then yeah, fine. I don't have them on this weapon because it is literally, like, it's the strongest blade that I have. Fuck off. Strongest blade I have on the fastest hill. And it's like, yeah, sure, that might help. I can't say that it wouldn't. Still, it shouldn't feel like so much of a disconnect between, like, the actual inputs that I have on this character. And that's the point that I keep getting at. It's not hard because I am not using everything at my disposal. It's hard because the stuff that I am using, the basic stuff, feels like there's so much disconnect with it. Keep in mind, I did use the Fable Arts in the Black Rabbit Brotherhood fight, and that fight wasn't hard because the boss was hard. That fight was hard because it was like controlling a fucking barrel full of bowling balls. Who got fucking staggered in a light breeze. Now, mind you, the playstyle that I have, Fable Arts or not, is effective at doing damage. You can see that here. Like, I can sit here in perfect parry all day, get like 3 strong hits on them, and it melts their fucking health bar. That's not the problem. Look at it. It's funny because I think that specifically, like that little part right there, was a perfect example of exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Where it's like there is no counter to this besides getting the fuck out of dodge if you don't want to take any damage. But Pinocchio can't get the fuck out of dodge. He does not know how to do that. He never has. He never will. So it's like either you take the damage. I don't know why I said either, because like you take the damage or you be far enough away for it to not do, like to not hit, and it's like fucking shit. I have the double dodge equipped, but I don't dodge. I can't dodge. I have a big old sword. Why the fuck? Why? That is the second time that has happened. Like, I know for a fact it only takes 3 fucking strong hits to, like, 2 to get this man down. Fucking shit. Fuck off. At least with that one, you can at least perfect parry if you have the shit down. Whether you are a Dex build, I am a motivity build. Like, look at my rolls. I'm not even over encumbered. Dex raises your evasion. Motivity raises your strong attack. And your block resistance, which is why I'm able to do that so well. Fucking run. Get the fuck back here. Christ. I'm telling you that I'm just running over him. You're fine. I'll take it. Shit, man.
I'm doing fine with my big body build. It's doing exactly what I needed to do as far as damage. But I've said the same thing over and over again. The problem is not that I am slow. There are a bunch of big body builds in other games where you are big and slow. They work for that game, for that character. My problem is, regardless of if you're playing a big, slow melee build or a fast whippy melee build, you still get smacked by the same stuff, and this man is still taking the same kind of recoil. And the more key point, which is that the the input in the lag in between your inputs, the time it takes in between each input, is going to remain just as slow and sluggish. That doesn't have anything to do with his, and I'm not talking about attack inputs. I'm talking about like stuff like healing, stuff like grinding, stuff like moving the hell out of the way. And that's because Pinocchio is the character that he is. Something, I mean, like, folks always try and understand like what makes gameplay feel, and especially with games like this, where it's like you put different like different points into different stats, trying to build a specific type of fighter, a specific type of player. Like they try and compensate for like any weaknesses that any of your character may your character may have, like in order to try and keep it balanced. Dark Souls 1 it kind of went in that direction. It was still kind of sluggish, so they tried to make that change the way that they could with Dark Souls 3, because 2 was a mess, and it ended up working out pretty well, because the character that you were building, the type of fighter that you were building, was key to your gameplay style. Contrast that with something like Bloodborne, where it was like there was only one gameplay style they really wanted you to have, which was fast and frenetic, the same as all all of the fights. So in that regard, they made themselves a uniform character. It was just like, all right, you can like change your weapons around this, but we still expect you to treat it as if it is a fast and frenetic fight. We don't want you sitting all languid behind shields and shit like that. That's specifically what they were gearing that towards. Same thing with Sekiro. It's like, hey, we want you to get good at shit like parrying. We want you to get good at shit like taking advantage, like quick advantage enemy openings and shit like that. That was specifically geared towards, geared around a single character, a single play style. So you want the game to feel uniform, and with this, like it feels like it's trying to go for what Bloodborne had. The problem is you're not working with a little fast, whippy character trying to make the most of like every single chance that they can. You're working with this motherfucker. It's like when I describe him as a tank, I don't mean like I don't just mean that he's slow. I mean that he is unresponsive. Like I said, the best way I can put it is, imagine playing a Dark Souls character in Bloodborne. Like, that shit would be untenable, because like how slow Dark Souls was, how slow the gameplay was in that game, was not like intended for the type of game that Bloodborne was. Better yet, think about a Dark Souls character in Sekiro. I think that's actually a very, very good point, because we keep saying that like the best comparison for this game is Bloodborne, but remember how fast like the healing animations in Bloodborne were. Remember how you didn't even have to think about those doggone animations because they cracked off like that. And then compare it to this fucking game. And not just the healing, but the grinding as well, because you need to do that with your fucking weapons. Look at that. Like there's no way to get out of that quickly enough, but it's the kind of thing that you need to do. So what they want you to do is look for the best opening to do it, but the transition between the grinding and the actual fucking attacking or blocking or getting the fuck out of the way takes fucking forever. No, they did not stack off fast because you could stack 20 vials. They cracked off fast because the gameplay was fast. It's like imagine doing a heal as slow as this one and as like unresponsive as this is in between inputs when you were fighting Father Gascoigne. You could not do that. Imagine doing when you were fighting Gehrman. You could not do that. The gameplay was supposed to be fast, frenetic, so the healing was supposed to be as well, because they wanted you to like utilize every single like millisecond that you had. It wasn't fast because you had a bunch of healing items to work with. It was fast because it needed to be. It was fast because it needed to be in order to keep the pace up, or keep you up with the pace of the game. I swear that was great. I swear it was. Jesus, man. This ain't gonna get him down. God damn it. Who's the only big name, man? Fuck. Bloodborne didn't have nearly as many mechanics as Dark Souls was, and would only have been freaking bloated and like superfluous if it did. Like I said, the issue is game feel. Keep in mind, people say stuff like gaming should be streamlined for a reason. People look at games that have like good fluid game feel and call them streamlined for a reason. If you have like too much going into it, honestly, I don't even think that's a criticism of Lightspeed. I fuck off. I don't think that it's overbloated. I don't think that it's overblown. I just think that for what it is, for what it's trying to be, the game feel lacks often. And maybe that's my fault for still trying to think of it in terms of Bloodborne. It's definitely going for the Bloodborne like setting, but as far as gameplay, it most certainly doesn't. It has started to not feel that way. You don't have to farm in any Souls game. When did you farm in Sekiro or Bloodborne or hell, even Elden Ring for that matter? Probably the only game I had to farm in was DS1 when I was fighting Orange Scene and Small, and I could go back and fight that blindfolded now. The same folks don't have to farm Elden Ring. I didn't have to farm Elden Ring. I absolutely am saying it, yes. absolutely fucking open. Come on. Bam. You absolutely should count that. It is not Beyond a Souls game by any stretch of the word. Like, there ain't any stretch of the imagination. It is a Souls game with a very particular feel to it. It's probably the least Souls-like among them. Getting on my nerve. I don't know what you are talking about, man. Like, farming was not a significant part of the game. Farming was not a necessity for Elden Ring. Like, specifically, the lack of such was a necessity because you could go anywhere. Like, I think that's kind of like Elden Ring was the absolute opposite of what farming would entail. Like, a lot of people had to get into the mindset that, oh, if you are stuck on such and such boss, you don't have to, like, stay here. You can go anywhere else and fight anything else. Like, a lot of people were looking at the Morgan fight and going, oh, damn, this is a pretty hard wall. And what the game was trying to teach you was exactly what everybody learned, which is, oh, you don't have to stand here, like, throwing yourself at the wall over and over again. I think Elden Ring was trying to teach you anti-grind sentiment, and just because a lot of people did that at the beginning doesn't mean that that's what the game was geared towards or, like, was necessary. I know that was one of those hoity-toity anti-criticisms for Elden Ring when the game first came out and everybody was having the issues that they were, and folks were just like, oh, you don't have to, like, you know, the game is trying to teach you to change your ways and everything like that. But if you were a seasoned, like, Souls player, it absolutely was trying to do that, because there were, I was going to say there were plenty, like every single one of the Souls games beforehand had that point where it was just like, oh, if you are stuck on this boss, you better get good at this boss, because you don't have anywhere else to go. And if folks thought that grinding would help, that's absolutely what they did. But that's any game. Wow, that was actually wow, that was a perfect example of exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Oh wow. Let's get the last one. Because I need to get this chicken done because I don't want to push it tomorrow. Then I'm going to bed. I know exactly what I threw. I saw it. When I threw the charge to heavy, he was doing one attack. By the time that heavy got done, he was done with another attack. Now, see, and here's exactly the point where I'm talking about, because I'm not just looking at that and going, oh, that attack was slow. I haven't been saying that the entire time. I know my attacks are slow. I know that they have the timing that they do. That's why I specifically try to cater towards that. But if I were in any other game and I were doing a slow attack, there would be some way that I could bolster my defense for the hits that are going to hit. Like in any other Souls game that has slow languid gameplay in it. So that's exactly my point. It's like if you're trying to go for the fast and frenetic fights, then have your gameplay geared towards that. Don't make it so you can have a fucking slow ass character who is not going, like, whether they are slow or fast, that they're not going to like change their trajectory from an attack to a dodge any quicker. It was like if that's the feel that you're going for, then have a character that is geared towards that. Exactly my point. It's like, yeah, if I had had a faster weapon that could attack faster, yeah, I'd be able to get out of that range faster, probably. But I don't. I have a slow weapon, the kind of slow weapon that the game has allowed me. Now, it hasn't allowed me any sort of way to, like, not get hit by that, or boost my defense, or boost my poise, or boost my stagger resistance. It doesn't allow that. So I'm still going to get fucking hit by it. Like I said, all of this is me assuming that this game is specifically trying to gear itself in all entirety towards Bloodborne, which may be incorrect. Actually, for a matter of fact, I know it's not correct because it doesn't have it has the rally system that Bloodborne did, but it doesn't have the specific riposte system that Bloodborne did, and you can block, which is something that you could not do in Bloodborne. So it is kind of like going for like sort of a middle ground between that feel and what Bloodborne had. And it's compensating for that in the boss fights because they're not as fast as Bloodborne were. So for the most part, that works. Just makes it all the more noticeable when it fucking doesn't. Yeah, which is exactly the type of thing that I'm learning. It just kind of looks and quacks like a duck. And yeah, I'll be the first to saying that would be my fault in that misconception, looking at this and going, well, this should play like Bloodborne because it looks like Bloodborne and it has some of the same mechanics as Bloodborne. That'll be my fault. Not ready for me that time. Yeah, that's the point I'm trying to get at. And actually, like the point I'm trying to get at is that it finds itself in a middle ground that I don't think is very effective. It's defense based, and the fact that, you know, the block itself is actually very effective, actually a lot more effective than the dodge is, and the parry itself has a pretty decent window. the way that it kind of draws away from that, especially in regards to like the actual fighting, is that you are working with the same kind of character that you were in Bloodborne. Somebody who is like frail and can like get fucking staggered and stymied by any individual attack. But it is defense based. It is not speed based. Pinocchio is not a fast character who can get out of dodge on a dime. He's the kind of character who's supposed to sit here and take these attacks, which means that if you fail at taking these attacks, he gets hit like a Bloodborne character would. Which is to say, he fucking staggers like a schoolgirl. And I guess my biggest issue is the dissonance in that. Like, I ain't got no problem sitting here standing in somebody's face, perfect blocking their shit, you know, all throughout the fucking boss fight. I had to do that with all the other boss fights. Like, I specifically don't have a problem with that. But in the moments in which I do actually need to be fast, the shit where it's like grinding or, God forbid, healing, like that's where that shit sort of comes up short. And it's like that's where you can see it. And like honestly, that's kind of how it's been. And that's how it's been. Like this match isn't necessarily as bad, but that's definitely how it was in the fight against the Brotherhood. Where it's like, hey, there's shit that I need you to do like quickly because I'm being fucking double teamed. And yet I'm sitting here moving a fucking tank who doesn't tank attacks like a tank. I so fucking hate that. You are taking liberties, my nigga. I don't think it's a bad game. It is annoying at times. A lot of Souls games are, but it's annoying for reasons that have to do with the game. That's specifically my point. Like I said, like you've seen the streams. The number of times in which I've gotten fucking aggravated at shit that this fucking character does is numerous. Like I don't get mad at the boss fights because they're bad boss fights. I get mad at this character because it's like I'm controlling somebody who's controlling somebody else during these fucking boss fights. That's what makes the issue. Had to be the last one. Come on. Gameplay isn't bad, no. Like, I'm not, and that's the thing. Don't let me sit here and say that there's anything wrong with the gameplay. Look, I think it's functioning as intended. I think it's just with the DNA that it's working with, and I get I will absolutely say with my sort of expectations from it, it feels different. Like, it feels sluggish in ways that it's not supposed to. It feels weak in ways that it's not supposed to. And maybe some folks can get behind that. You know, I'm not gonna say that that's not the kind of thing that I wouldn't bounce off of, and that others won't. Some people see the promise in that. I've already brought up numerous, like, I brought up the scenarios in which it does not work, specifically for the kind of character that I have. I actually don't think there's anything sluggish about the blocking. I don't think there's anything anything that is unduly sluggish about the attacking. But that's not all you do in a boss fight. That's not all you do in a fight. And you can see me, like, I'm not having, like, any undue problems with the attacking or the blocking, specifically with the type of character that I have, with the type of build that I'm going for, at least when I'm not talking my head off. Like, I've already brought up the scenarios in which it's actually aggravating in that way. And the point that I've been bringing up is that there's no way to alter that for the kind of character that you are trying to build. So yeah, the weapon, the playstyle changes. Whether or not you're dodging, whether or not you're blocking, whether or not you are doing strong attacks or quick heavy attacks, all of that changes with the kind of weapon that you have, but the amount of punishment that you take if any of these things don't land does not. So it's like you put yourself at a lot more risk if you are, you put yourself at risk a lot more of the time if you are always in the boss's face or the enemy's face or anything like that. But with a character like this, you have to be, because you're not going anywhere quickly. You ain't attacking quickly. So it's like, where is your defensive measure for that? My nigga, what are you? Gotta go. I'll be back on it at some point. Anyway, appreciate you for tuning in. It's not an in-your-face type of battle. I'm an in-your-face type of player. It's like, I understand that. I mean, it's melee-based. Of course, they're going to be, like, up close and personal. The point I'm trying to make is I don't make evasive maneuvers to get out of dodge because I cannot do that. I got this big-ass weapon that I'm using, and I'm a motility player. Like, that's like, I'm not supposed to be moving fast. I'm supposed to be, you know, staying up and in there. And that's fine. That's fine for, you know, the gameplay that I'm trying to do, but in like the actual build that I'm trying to make, the weapons I'm trying to use, the attacks that I'm trying to have, that's what that is for. It's like, okay, cool, but like, where is the like, where's the compensation in, like, the defense? Like, there is none. Like, you are still as frail as a dexterity character would be. If a dexterity character wanted to be moving any faster, they absolutely could. You know, that would make them a lot more evasive. But once again, like I said, that's me thinking about this in the terms of an entirely, completely different game that it might not even be turned to. But yeah, for now, I got it. But yeah, see ya.